Live right now. Let me put on some lip. Hello to the people on the replay. Excuse me, I had to burp. Um, let's close this down. Turn this volume down. And here we are. Be right there. I'm going to put that right here. Okay. I'm going to find some lip liner. I feel like I haven't worn makeup in I don't know how long. It's been so long. It's Saturday. I think I made a video this week. I wanted to do another one. What's new, what's coming out in the next few months. But I haven't had a chance to do it because it's busy. Wow, hello everybody. Ooh, you're eating Swiss chalet. Yummy. It came an hour late. Don't Swiss chalet have this thing that if it doesn't show up on time or something like that, you get it free? Hi, Jen. Freezing there too? It's like minus, I know it was minus 32 degrees this morning. It was weird. Ian worked yesterday. He's got to work again tomorrow. So I'll be here until about 9, quarter after 9, and then I got to get off because he's got to go to bed. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Nora. So anyway, he usually gets home about 20 after 6, 6:30 in the morning, right? Because he gets to leave around 6 o'clock, quarter after 6. And I woke up at like, why do I feel like am I so far away? Let me just fix here and see what it looks like on this screen. Because I feel like I'm so far away right now. It's cold, I know. Hi, Tracy. In Ottawa. What's the temperature where everybody is? Yeah, I'm really far away. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Oh, crackers, don't fall on me. Don't fall on me, Lord. Okay, hold on, let me see. Whoa, don't fall down. Okay, sorry you had a big view of my forehead there, but that might be a little bit better, right? Anyway, so for some reason, I woke up 7 o'clock this morning. I swear to God, last night was like the longest sleep I've had all week. I think I had like 7 hours. And I woke up at 7 and I looked through the bathroom in our bedroom because I'm assuming Ian's in the bathroom, right? And the light's not on. So then I'm like, oh, he's not home from work yet? So then I go look on the app, Find Your Friend app, and I seen that he's at this location. Like he left the hall, he went to this location. And I'm thinking he's at a fire. For sure, he's at a fire, right? And because there's so many firefighters out with COVID, I knew that the person who was supposed to be relieving him didn't show up, or when they were supposed to, because they're supposed to be there at 6 o'clock so he can go home. So then I turned on the TV, and sure enough, the address that he was at, there was this big fire in Toronto this morning. It was at a rooming house, and like, I don't know, 2 people were seriously injured, 4 or 5 taken to the hospital, something like that. So he was there, like, he didn't get home till close to 9 o'clock, which is like overtime, yay, right? But still, minus 32, fighting a fire. And he was like, it was just freezing. It was brutally cold this morning. And I don't know what it is here now in Toronto, but I think it's, yeah, like minus 21, something like that, right? With the windshield, it's colder. Okay, let me just go through the comments. Hi, Miss Ruth. Hi, Janet. Hi, Sabrina. Tracy says it's minus 21 right now, but with the windshield, it's colder. And for Jen Button, she's in Michigan. It's 10 Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? I don't know how to do that, the Celsius and Fahrenheit, because here in Canada, we do Celsius. But in the States, where Jen is, they do Fahrenheit. So what is 10 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? Hi, Miss Cynthia. Minus 11, much colder with windshield. I know, right? And windy. minus 19 for Ruth, plus 5 for Miss Nora in Alberta. I swear to God, Miss Nora, I figured when I seen Alberta, I was expecting minus 55 wherever you are in Alberta. You didn't hear about the fire? Yeah, it was on the news. It was a rooming house. One of them had serious injuries. Ian said he didn't see them because he was outside, but when they brought him out, they had called over the radio to have the EMT right at the door. So usually when the firefighters are calling and saying, hey, we need an EMT right at the door, that means that it's serious, like this guy was in a lot of trouble. So so we know there was, I think I read there was 2 that had serious injuries. 4 or 5 went to the hospital, and then 4 or 5 were seen to on the scene. But he said that they were just, the firefighters were just like pulling bodies out, you know, or not pulling them out like they were dead, but rescuing every, you know, when the guys, Ian said every time he went to another room, knocked down a door, knocked down a wall, and somebody else is like, help me, get me out of here, you know? So, and I was thinking, wow, you know, somebody's in a rooming house in that area, they're probably not that well off, you know, and where are they going to live? All of their belongings are gone. The whole roof, when he came home, we were watching it on the news, and the whole roof came in, and he said he figured everything was going to collapse. It was in such a bad state. Like the rooming house itself was in a really bad state even before the fire. So he was saying that he figured when he got home that everything was going to cave in, like they were just going to lose the whole house, right? So when we're watching on the news, they said the roof collapsed. But I'm thinking those people, and I think he said there was like 9 or 10 people, something like that, that they pulled out. I'm like, you know, or maybe more, I don't know. But where are they going to live now? You know, and it's like so cold. Where do they go, right? And obviously they don't, you know, rooming houses in that area, I mean, they don't have money. Ah, sad. You try to stay away from the news. It's depressing. Ruth, are you talking to me right now on Messenger? Oh, it's Mina. Someone sent me a message, and I'm going to say, hi, Mina. Hold on. Live right now. Someone just sent me a message on Messenger and said, hey, Lisa, you do wonderful unboxings. And I'm like, I'm live right now on my channel. Come say hi. Come say hi. I don't know if Mina's ever been on a live. Okay. Hi, Cosmic. Well, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Rose, yeah, it is hard on their health. It is really hard on a firefighter's mental health. Some of the things that they see, it's hard, right? Yeah, the news, it's depressing, I know. It's always COVID, vaccine, COVID. Yep, you're right. I'm going to tell you a story. So a couple of weeks ago, same thing happened. He's getting ready. He gets up, just before 6 o'clock, if they're not out on a call, and waiting for his guy to come in and relieve him. And the thing that morning was the chief and the driver didn't show up. So Ian's there with his chief waiting for these 2 people to show up, and they did it when they were supposed to, right? So they get a call actually, no, I think they got a call at like 10 to 6, something like that. So they go on the call, right? So anyway, Ian said as he's pulling around the corner to go to this fire call, because there's been a lot of fires in Toronto lately, as he's pulling around the corner, he's seeing this guy run down the road, really skinny guy with a mustache, running down the road, screaming, I'm on fire, right? And he said he had a pair of red, almost like Superman, what kind of like Speedos on. So they pull around the corner and watching this guy like run down the road. So they pull up to where the fire's at, and then the guy runs back. And by the time they get out, the fire truck got there, right? and they had to put that blanket over the guy, you know, that silver thing that they put over when you're burned, because it doesn't rip off the skin, right? And he was literally on fire running down the road. So Ian says, so they're telling him, because EMS wasn't there yet, right? And it's freezing. And they're like, hey, just, we'll put the blanket on you. You sit in the fire truck to get warm. He had no socks, no shoes, nothing, just these underwear. Hi. Sit in the fire truck, hi baby, to get warm until EMT comes, right? Until the ambulance gets here. So he's like, okay, okay. And the fire happened in this guy's room, almost took out his mom's whole house, right? Down in the basement. So Ian said, when the guy turned around to get up to sit in the truck, his panties were assless. You know, it just looked like with little red bit around the cheeks of the butt. And in front was just the Superman symbol, like red Superman covering up his junk. But the butt was assless. Well, he is telling me this story, and I'm roaring. Like, I am roaring because I'm like, so you're standing there with a bunch of firefighters and the police, and they're all looking at each other like, did we just see what we think we just seen? Did we just see that? You know? His cheeks, butt cheeks are right out there. Oh my God, Ian was telling me, and I was cracking up laughing.
I'm wearing your wedding heels.
Okay.
And Dad's jersey.
And Dad's jersey. So you got my wedding shoes on and your dad's
jersey.
Your daddy's Leafs jersey. Okay. Anyway, but he was telling the story, and he, oh my God, and he said the guy got in a truck and said, it really smells in here, right? And he didn't realize that it was him where he was burned. I mean, it was a funny story picturing a butt, but not funny that the guy got burned, right? But anyway, I'm like, it's something that you could see in a movie. You know what I mean? Like, you can actually see that scene in a movie or in a TV show of firefighters, you know, when crazy things happen in a TV show or in a movie. Seeing this guy running down the road with his assless, like no butt. Anyway, it's something that he said he'll always have in his head, that picture. I just thought, you know, it's a funny picture to have in your head. Who's here? Hi, Michelle. Hi, Nicoletti. You must have been hella cold, I know, right? Hi there, oh my God, Oct 5. I remember I said I was not going to forget your name. And now I forget your name. Crackers. Hi. Hi, Tammy. They have some funny stories. Yes, Nicoletti. Hi, Blade. Oh my goodness, everybody is here. So, how was your week? Are anybody like not at work or back to work because, you know, of COVID? I know there's a lot of people back home again now. God, it's like it's just never ending, and now there's like what, 2 more new variants out now because of this stuff. It's just never ending, I tell you. My niece was really, really sick for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I think it was. She was really sick. She ended up in Emerge. Got, you know, both vaccinations and the booster, and she got really, really sick. Oh, you got a promotion. Congratulations, Rose. You start on Monday. That's awesome. You know, I was supposed to get a raise starting January, and I haven't got my raise. Seriously, I'm not joking. I was supposed to get a raise, and it didn't happen. It wasn't on my paycheck. So I'm like, okay, do I say something? You know what I mean? Because it was only last month I was told I was getting a raise, and I was told it was coming on my paycheck in January. So do I say something, or do I wait until the end of the month when I get paid again? And if it's not there, do I ask? You know? It's weird. It's just me and her, right? And it's like, I don't know. I hate it about money. Like, I hate asking for raises and stuff like that. It's just, oh, I hate doing it. It's temp, but it's going to be nice. That's good for you, love. You never know what could happen, right? The doors are opening. You just got home from work, Cosmic? Were you cold on the bus? Yeah, I should just ask, right? Okay. I think I might just text her. Because it's just me and her, right? So I might just text and go, hey, was my raise supposed to start this month? That's what I'll say in the text. I'll say it on Monday. Oh, you were eating, Andrea. What did you order from Swiss Chalet? Do they have, you know what I used to love from Swiss Chalet? The garlic loaf. That garlic loaf bread, the cheesy, garlic, buttery. But it was only good if you went into the restaurant. I found if you were able to order it for takeout, it wasn't as good as getting it hot and fresh inside the restaurant. Loved the garlic bread. But on our Swiss Chalet here, I can't order that as an appetizer. But it's weird because there's other Swiss Chalets like around the city where I can, but the ones closest to me, I can't. Isn't that weird? Yeah, seems more chill. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just text her and say, hey, was that raise supposed to be coming this month? I bet you were cold waiting for that bus, Andrea. I was, I had makeup on. I was talking to Andrea earlier, and I said I was going to go and put on my face. I put my face on, and then I was sitting and waiting for 8 o'clock to go live, and then I took it all off again. And I'm like, oh, I'll just put on more makeup. Funny. I think this is like the second time I've put on makeup all week. Sometimes I just, I come in, I think after a day of work, and the days have been long because there's so much going on, rescheduling and stuff like that, that I come in after a day of work, and I probably haven't showered by 5 o'clock. And I really should do that when I get up in the morning, just go and have a shower right away. But I don't, like I get up, I put on my pajamas, I go make my tea, I go pee, and I go sit at my kitchen table where I have my laptop, and that's where I work all day. And I'm in my pajamas all day, just sitting there. And I swear to God, honestly, I'm not lying. Today was the first time I showered. I didn't shower yesterday, and I didn't shower the day before. I showered today. I swear to God, not lying. That's what happens, I think, when you work at home to some people. I found that this year, my metabolism, no, it's gone. I have no energy. Anybody else like that? I don't know what it is. In my 47th year, I found that I just don't have any energy or any will or any desire. It's just, I'm like, blah. And that's what I've been feeling like since I turned 47, just blah. When I'm done work, I don't want to do anything at all. Like, no energy, no desire, And I wonder if that's just age. Oh, your hubby is making homemade pizza. Yum. Andre had ribs and chicken, but you only ate the ribs. You got full. Keep the chicken for after. You know what I did a couple of weeks ago? I had ordered Swiss Chalet, and I ordered for me and Maddie. So I just ordered like, what is it called? A 2/4 or the double chicken dinner, something like that for me and Maddie. And we didn't eat it all. So then I shredded the meat and took the bones the next day, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a chicken soup. So that's what I did with our leftover, like, one piece of chicken from Swiss Chalet. I made chicken soup. You're exhausted all the time lately? Okay. Tammy, you're the same. You're in a rut too, but you're 48. Janet, also the same, lazy this year. That's awesome. Not about the being lazy. Sorry, Tracy, I was reading your comment. Yes, you guys take turns cooking. Yeah. Well, Ian and I usually do, but I find that's the one thing I'm not lazy about. I like to cook. And I like to be alone in the kitchen. Like, I'll stick on a movie or a show, put on my wireless headphones, and chop up my stuff and cook away. I like to cook. But we always used to take turns in the kitchen. Like, there's days that I walk out and I'm like, I'm not cooking today. So you're cooking. And he cooks, right? But we used to always take turns in the kitchen. But lately I find that's the one thing I like. I like to cook. I like to be in the kitchen. I put on my show. And I like to chop up my onions and my garlic or whatever, But it's good to hear that other people are feeling the same way. Just blah. Rose, you're 39. You're wondering if it has to do with being mentally exhausted with everything going on. True. Andrea, your showering etiquette has issues. Like for me to go 3 days, like today was my third day, and I didn't get into the shower until 3 o'clock. It's like, I don't know who that person is, but it's been that way now, I'd say for a good 4 months, that I've just been like, blah. I don't want to do anything. I like almost like I have no interest, no joy. Does that make sense? It's like you're wondering, like you're living to die kind of thing. Not deep depression like that. I've been there before. I'm not in that dark place, right? But just like there's no joy. It's just, yeah, everything is blah. That's what it's like. How excited? Hold on. I gotta scroll up. Jen Button, your giant brain aneurysm makes you tired. Oh, sweetheart. Jen, are they going to be able to do anything for you about that? How excited am I to receive a Beautylish Lucky Bag? You can't wait. Totally forgot about it until you mentioned it. Honest to God, Tracy. I know we all received an email the other day saying it was going to be late, but I never expect the Beautylish bag until the end of January anyways. Like I never got it until like usually the end of January. But I had it totally forgotten about. I'm more excited for receiving, honestly, my Cosbox, or why does that eye, like it's irritating me. It looks red, doesn't it? My Cosbox, the All True box, that's what it's called now, All True. I'm excited for that box. I picked some really good things. I resubscribed, I got the discount, and I used my credit, so I signed back up for the year. And I would suggest the best way to sign up for that box. You have to do it yearly because you don't get any choices if you don't. Unless they come out with like a really good, what are those boxes called? Intro boxes kind of thing for $25.99 US, right? Or $24.99 I think is US when they come up with those boxes. It depends what your choices could be, but it could be a good box, But I'm excited about that one because I picked some good stuff in that box. But I totally forgot about Beautylish. Probably depression. I know it's winter and everything else, but yeah, I would say starting probably since September, October. And I think that's when you'll notice on my YouTube channels that, I used to at least film 3 times a week, right? And starting like September, October, well, except for the summertime, but I just felt like I haven't been doing much of that. I just haven't had the desire to do anything. It's just like, whatever, and going 3 days without taking a shower, that's not like me. And my hair gets really greasy and oily looking. And my face gets really old and wrinkly looking because I'm not washing my face. I'm not doing my skincare, yeah. And that's just the way it's been. And I'm going, okay, is it premenopausal? Somebody just said that. Who said that? Tired of everything. And I don't know, like, I'm like, is it have anything to do with COVID? Because it doesn't really, what's going on in the world and not being able to do anything or see anybody doesn't really affect me so much because I pretty much worked at home before COVID. I'd go into the office once or twice a week. And the only place I would go would be bowling on Thursday nights, right? Other than that, I was a homebody, I didn't go anywhere. So, like, in that respect, COVID didn't really change my life. So, I don't know, maybe it is premenopausal. So, oh, Ruth, you said that. Tracy said, you've just started really loving to cook. Been finding so many awesome recipes on YouTube. Oh, I love cooking. Love it. Check out a YouTube channel. I've mentioned this before. It's called Recipe 31. And I love it because there's no talking. And it's a quick 4-5 minute video who shows you how to do everything. A lot of Italian recipes. Great channel. I love his channel. But I do the same thing as well. Whenever I'm getting ready to cook, I pull out some kind of meat, and then I look up different recipes to make it. I've had the stuff, I make it, right? Um, what did I make recently? French onion chicken. Oh, Jen Button, you darling. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You're an absolute doll. Thank you so much, Jen Button. So if you like French onion soup, there's a recipe for French onion chicken. I made that. That was really good. I made smothered pork chops, which is just pork chops and gravy. But I went by somebody's recipe, and that was really good. Last week, I think I made like a ranch chicken bake, a potato bacon chicken casserole kind of thing. But it was with ranch, you know, that dry ranch sauce that you make dip. So I made that. That was really good. Hold on. I missed it. Wow. Hold on, everybody. I'm so far behind from your comments, and I don't like to miss anyone's comment. Perimenopause, Ruth. And you know what? I was thinking about that the other day. And I actually looked up the symptoms of premenopause. And a lot of it is what I was feeling, you know? So maybe it is that. The thing is, I don't have my period, so I don't know. And I haven't had any hot flashes. Now, I've been told once you have your first hot flash, you know exactly what it is, right? So I haven't had any of that. And I don't get periods because I take Vyzan for my endometriosis, so I don't have periods or pain. Thank God, knock on wood. But I was wondering if maybe if that is what it is, and I don't really want to go to the doctor and take another pill to help get my metabolism up, or you know what I mean, like get happy, you know. But I don't know, maybe that's what I have to do. Does anybody else have to take some kind of a drug to help with premenopause? You feel like, Rose said, you feel like a lot of people are just going through life, just living, no joy, just living to live. Yeah, you know what? You know what's good about this conversation is because I thought that, Lisa, you're being an idiot. You know, like, your kids are good, your husband's good, everyone is good, you got a job, you know what I mean? Like, nobody I know is really sick, you know, my immediate family, like, everyone's pretty much healthy, right? You know, and then I'm telling myself, why are you feeling this way? So it's good to talk about it because then I know I'm not alone, that it's normal, right? And other people are feeling the same way as well. Tammy, hi Tammy, you love baking and cooking. Hi Miss Brittany. Showering too exhausting, right? Too exhausting, so you literally have to schedule it. Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, right? Someone pushed me in the shower. I can't take a bath. I don't know, weird. I get claustrophobic in a bath now since my periods have stopped. I can't have a bath anymore. And the only reason why I got in a bath when I had my periods is because of the pain. So I would have to keep on pouring the hot water to help the pain in my stomach. But now I can't have a bath unless it's got a window because I get claustrophobic if it doesn't. Weird. Cosmic, you're bored of everything, tired of staring at the same walls. You can't go anywhere, really do anything. Oh, hold on. The joy has sucked out of me. You need to find her again. No, love. Janet, for the Elle magazine, I think they only just closed entry. So people had until a certain date in January to enter, and that just ended. So I don't expect anyone to find out until February or March. Oh, you like the All True box, Tracy? Jen Button, they've done multiple coiling surgeries, so stable now. Oh, that's good. So Jen, you don't have to go back. Like, you're not having any pain, you're not having any headaches, anything like that. Like, you're good right now, everything is good. And thank you again, Jen Button, you sweetheart. You know, it really helps. I'm telling you, it really helps. keeping your fingers crossed for Elle. That would bring your joy back, said Andrea. Janet, you too, fingers crossed. For those who don't know, Elle magazine in Canada sends out a survey every year around December. And if you're lucky enough and you get picked, they send you products to try blind. So it's blind testing. I actually got a bottle. I'll be able to show you what it looks like. And those of you who've been with me for a while, remember this. So I got picked one year for blind testing. And they said to me, this is a face spray. Now this is how old this bottle is. It's a rose scented. Where is there's the cover. And where was it from again? Clarins. So this was like a setting spray from Clarins. Oh. The spray comes out nice once you give it a couple of squirts. But it smelled like a strong rose scent I found. I don't really like a strong rose scent. So anyways, the year that I got picked, and some people can get picked 2 or 3 times in a row, right? Some people are really lucky. I've only been picked once. I got the setting spray, I got this one, and I got the Urban Decay All Nighter. I think that's the one it was. And I got 2 or 3 different CC creams and BB creams to try out. And what was the other thing? Oh my God, what was it? Was it a serum? No. It was setting spray, BBCC creams, and I can't remember. It was something else, and I can't remember what the other thing was. But it's everything. It could be hair care, skin care, and makeup. And so you try it blind. Like, I couldn't tell. Everything comes either spray painted or wrapped. You don't know what it is. You got to try it for like however days it tells you. Once you're accepted, they send you this sign-in thingy online. It tells you everything that you got, but it doesn't tell you what company. And it tells you how many days to use it for, and then you give a review. And then there's an ending period, right? So I think it was like May 31st. At the end of May, I was able to, if I could, tear off or scrape off the spray paint to find out what the brands were. And that's how Elle magazine in Canada finds out what the #1 products are for that year. So you can Google Elle magazine top products 2021, and some of you guys have, if you got accepted to the Elle thingy, you probably tried some of those products, right? So that's how they find out what everyone's favorite was, whether it's mascara to moisturizer to hair care. It's a great thing if you get accepted. I've only ever got accepted once. So this time, this year, I used a different email. I know 2 years have passed already with COVID, and it feels like centuries. Honest to God. It's the COVID blahs, Janet says. On the L, Nicoletti is hoping she gets it. Tracy said, sorry to hear, Miss Jen. Many blessings to you. So sorry you have to deal with all of it. I'm just so happy that you're better, Miss Jen. And tell me about your Christmas, because I haven't been talking to you since before Christmas, I think. I'm assuming all of your kids were home. Oh, Janet, you got it as well last year. Good for you. Cosmic, you used to travel at least once a year, but everything has been canceled since COVID. Yes, well, that's true, Rose. We do need the human connection. That's true. I feel so bad for the kids. Like they're going back to school on Monday. And I know a lot of people are like, are you're for sure sending your kids back to school? Like, how can you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because they're suffering. Like my kids, Madison does not do well with online schooling at all. Does not do well at all. Like her report card this year, because they've been in school since September, her report card this year was the best report card that we've ever gotten because she was in school. And now, because they've been out of school, I'm worried. You know what I mean? So them going back to school on Monday, they want to go. And believe me, if I tried to tell them they couldn't go back to school, it would be a war in this house, So yeah, they're going back to school. They need it. What's up, baby?
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live. No more Managadar and Topbox will restore your joy. Ruth, you know, they've been doing really good in Topbox. I know they've had Managadar there for some privé boxes. That's if you wanted to choose that. But the boxes that I've gotten since September have been pretty good. Interested, I'll get that box this week, right? Because the day is the 15th, I think. So I should be getting that box this week sometime. You don't take any drugs for premenopause, Tracy? Andre, you think you're premenopausal too? Hot flashes here and there. Yeah, dried up in the works. Oh, for sure. I got all of that. Sabrina said, you're feeling the exact same way. Just strange, no energy or joy, living to survive at the moment until this pandemic crap moves on. It almost feels like we're all kind of like stopped still. You know what I mean? Just waiting for it to finally be gone. But I don't even know if that's ever going to happen because every time you turn around, there's a new variant, you know? Nicoletti, you started having hot flashes 4 or 5 years ago and you're 51. Yes, I see, I've heard that. I've been told once you have a hot flash, you know that it's a hot flash. It's not just that you're sweating. You know it's a hot flash. Angiogram in a year. Okay, Jen Button. Well, our fingers are crossed that everything works good for you, my love. You couldn't remember. We got it last year. You knew it was winter. That's all. Yes. Yeah, so I would figure come February or March, around the middle of March, that's when everyone will find out if they get accepted or not for the L magazine. Ruth, you said you noticed a subtle change in your body since you turned 45. Everything just feels slightly askew. Yes. Yeah, I know. I just found this year 47. Everything like the weight gain and the blahness, the no energy, it's more enhanced, I think, since I turned 47. Oh, the fingers crossed, Rose and Tammy, that you get picked. Sabrina, you were lucky last year and you got to do it. Fingers crossed you get to do it again. No, you know what though? There were people who've gotten it 2 or 3 years in a row. So fingers crossed, love. It would give you a kick in the butt to start taking care of yourself again and doing your makeup more often. Janet, you got setting sprays. You're still working on them serums. Mask, it was pretty good. That's a good one. Cosmic said she's also 51. No hot flashes, but everything hurts pretty much all the time. Hi, Miss Blade. You applied to L for the first time this year, then for sure, for the people who applied for first time, there's a pretty good chance you might get it. Same thing with you, Tracy. Yeah, you found it from our Facebook group. Hi, Crochet Mama. You hope you get it as well. You tried last year to get it, and you did the survey. Fingers crossed. Christmas was good. Jen Button said, your whole family is vaccinated and boosted, so we all got together. That's awesome, love. The live is such an important part of your weekly mental health. You have no idea how much you all mean to me. Oh, that's nice, Andrea. Tracy said you feel for all the kids and parents having to homeschool. I know, right? Hi, Miss Lorinda. How are you? We wouldn't be where we are right now. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that sometimes I think that everyone just needs to get it and let it go through their system so they can be a little bit more immune to the other variants that's coming out, you know. Yeah, the single parents, right? Can't be home and work. What do? I know. It's hard. It is tough. Ah, you're good, Miss Lorinda. Yeah. So yeah, they discovered a new variant called the IHU or something like that. I haven't read up on it, so I don't know what symptoms are with that. But it's like, you got the L last year, Nicoletti said. Oh, you had night serums, highlighters, face sunscreens, and hair masks. Had your daughter Blade test you out some stuff. That's nice. Did you both? You should both apply. Make sure you both apply again. I think there was an end. I know there was an end date for the Elle magazine. I don't know. When was it over? Was it the 10th? Somebody had left it on our Facebook page anyway, saying today was the last day to enter the Elle magazine. I think it was the 10th of January. So many people that got Omicron, they said you just felt like a really bad cold. Yeah. You did have a cousin pass away from the original one, but they had vaccines available before they had the vaccines available. I swear to God, on Ian's crew, right? There's Ian and the chief, usually 4 guys or girls on the aerial, and 3 or 4 on the rescue. And every single one of them, besides Ian and his chief, have all gotten either Omicron or mostly Omicron. Not many were out because of COVID, the Delta one, maybe 1. But in the last month, everyone was tested positive. Every single one of them tested positive, except for Ian and his chief. So it's like every day we're getting a message, so-and-so just tested positive, and we're like, okay, well, we're going to have to do that swab and see if you got it. But now we're like, I'm telling Ian and the chief, don't talk to anybody. When you're at the kitchen table eating dinner, you guys be up here, and the rest of them can be down there. Don't go and do your rounds if you don't have to different halls. But and they all said it was like a flu. A couple of them didn't even know. Like, they tested positive, but they had no symptoms at all. But they had to stay home because they tested positive, right? And then I was reading about people who went away, and seriously, if I had the coin that I can get on a plane and go, I probably would have. Because I want to go somewhere warm. But I was reading about people on resorts right now that you got to test it 2 days before you leave to go back to your country. I know for Canada, I don't know how bad it is for the States. Jen, you might know. But I know in Canada, like, they're there until it's negative. So some people, say you get your test, right, 2 days before you leave, and it comes back positive, then you get put on a floor. It's called the COVID floor. And there's a security guard at one end and a security guard at the other end, and you are not allowed out of your room, which is crazy, right? You're not allowed out of your room. I think they give you a discount. Maybe you're paying half price. And let's say if Ian, myself, and the 2 kids went away to Dominican, and then the day before we're scheduled to fly back home, I get tested positive, but they're all negative. They have to fly home, and I have to stay in this room and pay half price of whatever they charge or whatever discount they give me. They bring up 3 meals a day. You don't get to choose at some places. If you're thirsty, it's whatever's in your fridge, and they might fill that up once a day or put it by your door or whatever, but you can't go outside. You're in this room, and on top of that, you have to pay for your testing. So it's not just like the $150 that you have to pay anyways before you leave and pray to God it's negative. Then after that, let's say every 2 days you decide, okay, I want to get tested. I want to get home. I'm bored. I'm in this room, even though it's beautiful. I can't be out there. My family is home. Can you imagine? So some people, I'm like, it's probably a good thing that I don't have money in the bank, because I would probably be one of those people stuck in the room and not being able to leave. Can you imagine being in paradise but not living? Right? How terrible would that be? I'm scrolling, guys. I missed so much. Anti-vax people allowed to keep getting used to. See, I don't. I think that everybody just needs to get this, and I don't think the vaccination is going to do anything about it. I think everyone needs to get it and go through the system. That's my opinion on it. Because I know a lot of people too who's got all three, and they were extremely ill. Like they were really, really sick, emergency sick. Um, I think that we just need to get it in our systems and get it out. Run the virus like chickenpox. You know what I mean? Get it and get it out of our system. Quebec's got the right idea. I have no idea, love. I haven't been paying attention. Blaine, you're on a private music teach. Oh, you're a private music teacher and online versus in person. Oh, I can imagine that must be so difficult for you, Blade. No idea how public school teachers handle with a whole class of online students. My daughter is at the Etobicoke School of Arts, and her dance and drama class she finds really, really hard because with dance you have to do all of these steps, and there's carpet in her room, right? So she's having a hard time following along, and because of the carpet, and it's just they've missed so much, and they've only been out for 2 weeks. With her school, there's a lot of things that's got to be like face to face. You got to have certain things around you to be able to teach, or for the students to be able to learn, right? I can't imagine what it's like for you, Blade. It's not the same hearing. You're teaching somebody how to play the guitar and you're hearing it over the internet, but you're not quite there to see their fingers and how they're moving their hands and stuff. It must be really difficult. So much at the store calling, having to call in and isolate. Yeah, that's what it's like for nurses, EMTs, firefighters. We had to take like 3-4 fire halls had to be out of service. The whole hall had to be out of service for a week because they didn't have anyone to man the hall. Nobody to man the trucks, because even if somebody tested positive and had no symptoms, they can't go to work. Or if somebody in their family tested positive, they have to isolate for a couple of days, right? So it's affecting everything. I think it was Veronica who had said that, I believe it was her uncle had a heart attack, and they called 911, and like nobody showed up, or like after an hour later, no one showed up. And I'm like, because they don't have staff. Quebec needs to settle down with their mandates. Everybody should have a right to do what they want with their body. Yep. Jen Button, Blade, your son, yes. Jen Button's son goes to Berkeley, to the College of Music. So Berkeley that you always hear on the movies, Berkeley and Yale and Harvard. Miss Jen Button, her son is really good with music. He goes to Berkeley. Andre, you just got a notification that there's a new Light Apple KD foundation. I was thinking about buying the new Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think there's an S in her name, right? I always call it Tilbury. I was thinking about buying her new foundation. I really want to try it because I seen pictures, I seen the video, I heard it was dewy. I love a dewy foundation. So I was thinking about trying it. Hi, Miss Sylvie. I can't speak right today. You've seen, so a light foundation. What do they mean by light foundation? You've been home for 10 days. You had COVID. You're finally feeling normal. Oh, good for you, Miss Sylvie. Glad to hear it. You wish you can go somewhere to not warm, just go somewhere. You would go to Sweden, right? Just want to get on the plane and go. I know. I want to go somewhere warm. Or Europe. I would love to go to Italy, Greece. I love history. Love history. I said to Ian today, because I was watching videos on the latest archaeological finds in 2021. And I said to Ian, I'm like, if I lived in one of those countries, ancient countries, I call them, like Greece and Italy, right? Or Turkey, where there's been history for thousands and thousands of years. I'm like, I'd be going in the woods and digging up every block of land, every cave I seen. I'd be in there looking around to see what I can find, because they're always finding stuff, like from 10 BC. Like, it's insane, right? I would be all for it. So if anybody here lives in any of those countries, get out in your backyard and start digging. You can become a millionaire overnight. You love the original and you just have to apply it lightly, properly with a beauty blender. What does the light mean, though? Oh, you took so much over-the-counter medicine? Yeah. Rose said, where you work, you have to close down 44 100 branches. Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot of places shut down because of staffing. Tracy, you watch so many of those YouTube videos of families that live in converted school buses. It looks like fun, right? To travel and see the country. Or those videos where you see people out in the woods cooking and they're getting like this rock and they put it on the fire. They wash the rock by the stream, put the rock on the fire and put the slab of meat down, and they're cutting up the potatoes and cutting up the garlic and stuff. I mean, I want to do that so bad. You have no idea. I'm telling you, when the weather gets nice, I'm going and I'm filming it. I'm going, I'm filming it. I'm having some beef, a big slab of steak, and I'm gonna have some onions and some garlic and some butter. There's no diet living here, and some potatoes, and I'm gonna put the beef on the rock and let it sizzle, and I'm gonna bring my Lodge cast iron frying pan or my Dutch oven and cook it over the fire. I'm doing that and I'm filming it. When the weather gets nice, I want to do that. And if I can go around and find some mushrooms that are edible, we'll have some mushrooms too. Oh, I also seen a video today. Green onions? I'm always throwing out green onions. Like, I buy green onions. I might use 3, and then I don't use them anymore for that week, so I throw them out, right? So I seen this video today of an egg carton. And they take, the bottom of the green onion. So you cut the green onion, that's the part you're eating, and the little white bit, right? So they took it and they put it in the egg carton, and around the egg carton they just put water, and then they put it in like a Tupperware container, and within 3 days you had green onions. It was insane. So I want to try that too. Did anyone see that video? I also want to get, when you watch those videos, usually when they're over in Asia, the continent, the big knives, like you got the handle, but the knives are like this big, and that wide. I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Do you know? I want to get one of those because, they look wicked chopping up stuff. I want to get 2. I seen this video today of this chef. I think he was Korean, and he had 2 of these big, gigantic knives. I mean, they're not long. They're just like probably about this, wide, and that long kind of thing. That's it. They're not like long like a big chef's knife, right? And he was just like boop, 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 banging on the chilies and the garlic and the onion and the meat. I want one of those. I've never seen one of those for sale. I should look it up on Amazon, but I don't know what you would call it. Guitar scholarship, now playing pedal steel guitar also. Wow, good for him, Miss Jen Button. And he's on the dean's list. Oh, that's so awesome. I bet you are proud, my love. You should be, because that's hard. That's hardcore. I'm not reading any debates over COVID and vaccinations and stuff like that, guys. You can have your conversations down here. Just keep it respectable, but I'm not reading it out. In Oakville, the fire department has had to take trucks off the road because they simply can't get enough staff. Yeah, same here, Nicolette. Same here. Even with lots of overtime. Ian's been doing overtime at least once a week. He doesn't on his long stretch. You know what the long stretch is. I know you know what the long stretch is. But the stretches where it's the Monday, Thursday, then the Friday, Sunday, so he'll do an overtime there. Or when it's the Tuesday and he's off Wednesday and he'll go back until the Thursday, the Monday. You know what I'm talking about. He'll do an overtime there. He doesn't when it's, he won't do it when he's on his long stretch, where he's only got like a couple days off. Oh my God, I'm down to 5% battery. How is that possible? Yeah, and there's like, they're screaming for firefighters to come in to man everything. The worst part of for you is a leg and yeah, voice students is a struggle. Oh, I bet it's so hard. You haven't been able to get either the green gold palettes that you wanted, so you redeem points and got an Uoma palette from Shoppers. Ooh, nice. Oh, you did? You signed up for Al this year? Oh, well, fingers crossed, Miss Sylvie. You got the Charlotte Tilbury Foundation in your cart. So do I. And you have a gift card to use since you're on a no-buy. I got my niece, my nephew came home today and brought this to me from my niece. So she got me a $50 gift card for Sephora. And I'm like, I think I might get that Charlotte Tilbury Foundation. Tammy, you got the Lisa Eldridge Foundation for Christmas. It was your Christmas gift. It's amazing, but it's expensive. Oh, and it's good. Okay, good to hear. Lightly means it doesn't take a ton of product. Okay. You'd love to see some cooking videos. You know, I might do that someday, but I'm always like, you know, the reason why I won't do a cooking video when I think I might want to, it's because when you see cooking videos, they have this gorgeous kitchen, you know, and they got the gas stove and these beautiful cupboards. I live in an apartment with a convectionary oven, whatever you call it, you know, crappy cupboards, you know, everything's all basic and standard. And I'm like, why would anyone want to look at these cooking videos? You know what I mean? It's not like this beautiful scenery, right? Did I find mushrooms? You know, I know down Jen Button, there's a little forest on my street, and I know they got lots of mushrooms down there. But I'm definitely going to be looking for mushrooms, because I will film that when I'm able to do the video out in the forest cooking a nice steak and some onions and some potatoes. I'm definitely going to be looking for mushrooms there, and I will film it. Oh, they're called cleavers. I am so behind in this conversation. Okay, cleavers. I didn't know that. I'm definitely going to be looking. You used to pick more mushrooms when you were a kid with your parents. Morel mushrooms. Oh, okay. Miss Tracy. Oh, that's awesome. You got mushrooms on your property? Bags and bags of them Tracy used to pick, and Jen's got them on her property. I love mushrooms too. I'm actually on a Facebook page. It's like a mushroom Facebook page, and I'm amazed at all the different types of mushrooms in the world there are. It's amazing. And edible as well. You converted your gas stove to electric when you moved to your new house. It freaked you out. I would love to have a gas stove. You have no idea. That's my big dream someday, is to have a gas stove. Everyone will be shocked that you have some blushes in your Sephora cart right now. You saw a thing on TikTok on doing ombre blush so naturally you need more blush. No, Cosmic, you don't. But I don't need more foundation either, so I get ya. Oh, thanks, Andrea. You can care less about the kitchen. Just want to see me cook my beautiful creations. Sometimes it's a mess, believe me. Probably have regular kitchens. That's true, Janet. Oh, thank you, everybody. Tracy says, I don't need a fancy kitchen. You'd watch anyways. Oh, thanks, darling. Cosmic, the Yoma palette you picked up is really pretty, since Tribe and Ace won't restock the palettes you want. That's where you should try the Facebook pages where they sell the BoxyCharm stuff, because I know I've seen Ace Beauty and Tribe palettes for sale on Facebook pages. Oh, thank you, Miss Ruth. And Rose, thank you. Yes, Miss Sylvie, I grabbed the lucky bag this year. You don't need any more skincare either. You could open up your own store, I know, right? I know, I don't get excited. I'm telling you, when I see people posting freebies for skincare on the Facebook page, or if there's a new mission from Topbox Circle and it's skincare, I'm like, I couldn't be bothered. I'm like, I don't want another mission of skincare. I really don't. I have so much of it. I only have one face, you know. I don't get excited. My next draw on my Facebook page. Thank you, Miss Lorinda, for mentioning it. So on my new Facebook page, it's called Beauty and Life Spin to Gift It, I think. Oh my God, that's terrible. Anyways, as soon as I get 5 closed, there are 2 closed right now, and there's 3 that's pretty close to closing. So as soon as 5 get closed, I'll be doing my next spins. I'm hoping maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. Hopefully it's closed by Monday or Tuesday. But as soon as I get 5 closed, then I'll be doing a spin. Like as soon as the money comes in, I'll be doing the spin that night, right? So I'll have it posted up. But there's 2 closed now, and 3 are close. Like the foundation, and I should put the new foundations that came through at Sephora. Put their pictures on a page, like the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if the KVD one is out yet, but if it is, I'll put it there, the picture. That one's close to being closing. And the snack box, I think that's close to being closing. And a bunch of cleaners, that might be close to being closing. The towels, that one, that's kind of close to being closing. It's $1 a spin anyways, $1 a number, so that might, you never know, it might be closed by Monday. You got the High Tide palette from ColourPop. It's got pretty teals. Oh, that's good, Cosmic. You can't repurchase, you have a problem. If it's for free, it's for Andrea. You picked up the entire Tinkerbell collection, so you got the High Tide palette from ColourPop. Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you, Jen Button. Okay, everybody, I think I got 2% battery left. 2%. I don't know how that happened because I had 98% when I started. Yeah, so before it shuts down on me, I'm going to say good night. What is today? Friday, Sunday. Right, Ian's working next Saturday, so I will be live next Saturday night, 8 o'clock. I had to get off at 9 anyways because he's going to go to bed now because he's got to work tomorrow morning. But yeah, the hour went by so fast, didn't it? It did. Everybody have a great week. If you want an invitation for my Facebook page, what it is, I post up things that you can win, and the numbers cost different amounts. It could be $1 a number, $2 a number, $5 a number, and then, you know, it could have 50 numbers, 25 numbers, 30 numbers that are up for grabs. Once they're filled and the monies are in, once I get 5 closed gifts, then I spin the wheel, pick the winners, and then that night the winners get their stuff sent to them. Well, bought or sent if it's money or a gift card, or if it's a gift, it gets all bought and paid for that night. Right. Okay. Crowdfund a battery pack for me. I need a longer extension cord. Jen Button, you're an absolute darling, my love. I appreciate you so much. And you have no idea how much your support means and how much it really, really helps me. I really appreciate it, Jen Button. You're an absolute sweetheart. Okay, everybody. Oh, I'm starting to get that tick in my side now. I'm going to go and wash my brushes once I get Ian in bed. I know I keep on talking and it's going to cut off on me. But I haven't washed my brushes in probably 3 weeks, so that tells you that I haven't been doing a lot of makeup because that's all the brushes that I've gotten. So when I put him to bed, I'm going to wash my brushes and hang them up to dry. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you, Jen Button. God love you. Bye, everybody.